Hello dear yogis, today we're going to do a Vinyasa Slow Flow. Nice that you want to join me on your mat. Nice that you take your time for your Vinyasa practice. And take an easy seat, maybe it's sitting cross-legged, maybe it's on your heels, as long as you are comfortable. So close your eyes, place your hands into your lap and see if you can arrive on your mat. Feel your body. Feel your energy and your mood. How are you at this moment? Just take a moment to feel and to observe. And start to deepen your breath. Try to make your inhales and exhales even. And also inhale and exhale through your nose. Last time. And slowly open your eyes. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands before your heart. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, bend your head towards your heart, uniting your body and your mind. Place your hands on your knees. And then first observe if you are sitting with a long and tall spine. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, round your spine and pull your navel in and lean a little bit back. And then inhale, bring your heart forward and your shoulders on your back, maybe looking up. Exhale, round. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, round. Laatste keer, last time. And return to the middle. Keep your hands on your knees and lean a little bit forward. Inhaling. Exhaling. Now you start to draw circles. You can start small if you want to. And slowly, maybe you make your circles a little bit bigger. Start to make your circles also the other way around. So bring some movement into your hips. And slowly come back to the center. So long tall spine, keep your long tall spine, take a deep inhale and exhale from here. Come on your knees and hands and take your tabletop. Hands are under your shoulders, or your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Inhaling. Exhaling, look over your left shoulder, maybe towards your feet. Inhaling, return. Exhaling towards the right. Inhaling, return. Exhaling, left. Inhaling, return. Exhaling, right. Inhaling, return. Exhale, drop your head. Relax your neck. One more breath here. And now bring your fingertips towards your knees. So stretch for the wrists, and maybe you want to move a little bit backwards and forward. Backwards and forwards. And try to keep your hand palms and your fingers, try to press them into the floor. And moving or sway from left to right. And return, placing your hand palms normal, so your fingertips are pointing forward. From here we're going to move to Anahatasana. So keep your knees and your hips, try to keep them above each other. Walk your hands forward, 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 and bring your chest or your chin towards the floor. Maybe you can straighten your arms. If it's a little bit too much for your shoulders, don't spread your arms or grab your elbows and place your forehead on your arms. And now imagine when you're here, when you exhale, you bring your heart a little bit closer towards the floor by each exhale. Feel the stretch in your shoulders and into your chest and your upper back. Maybe the middle of your back. One more breath. Now look up, walk your hands back. Come into a child pose. So keep your knees together in your child pose if that's convenient for you. Place your forehead on the floor, arms alongside your body, and relax your shoulders and your wrists. One more breath in child pose. And coming all the way up, return. Place your hand palms onto the floor. Place your hands shoulder distance. And curl your toes into the floor and keep your feet hip width. Lift your knees up and then sending your sitting bones up and back and towards your downward facing dog. So first downward facing dog maybe, if you want to walk your dog. Observe your downward facing dog. How are your shoulders? Try to move them away from your ears. Try to keep a long and tall spine, and maybe you have to bend your knees. Okay, now bend your knees a little bit, and on the inhale, come into a high plank. Keep your wrists and shoulders above each other. Push into the floor. Push your heels back and engage your core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending the knees and return towards your downward facing dog. Try to keep your ears alongside your arms. And keep your core engaged, so pulling your navel in. Try to bring your heart towards your thighs. Bending the knees, inhaling for your high plank. Hold your high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into your hands, bend your knees, and return to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, keep your hips even, take a deep inhale. Exhale, place your foot between your hands in your first low lunge. Move your hips towards the midline, so right hip back, left hip forward. See if you lift your knee up and pushing your heel back and breathe. Inhale, reach with your right arm up in a twist. Exhale, place your hand back on the floor. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, bending the knees, high plank. Pushing your toes forward, knees on the floor. And then observe your hips and your chest all together towards the floor. Come on your belly. Inhaling for cobra, point your elbows backwards. Exhaling. Inhaling, press up and back towards downward facing dog. A couple of breaths in your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, observe your hips. Exhale, foot between your hands. In your low lunge on your left side this time. Moving the hips towards the midline. Strong legs, don't lean on your hands. So if you lift your hands, nothing changes in your low lunge. Inhale, bring your left arm up in a twist. Open here. Exhale, hands on the floor. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step back in downward facing dog. Bending the knees, inhaling high plank. Toes forward, knees on the floor, all the way down on your belly. Inhaling for cobra. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling for your downward facing dog. Now bend your knees. Inhale, step forward towards the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine. So bring your sitting bones back and your shoulders on your back. And try to push your heart forward. And place your hands on your thighs or maybe on your shins. Exhaling, bring the nose towards the knees. And keep a little bend in your knees when you rise up. Inhale, coming all the way up. Create length. Exhale, hands before your heart. And take a moment here with your hands by your heart. Observe and feel. So spread the weight over the four corners of your feet. And press them into the floor. Bring your thighs a little bit back and bring your tailbone in. Bring your navel in and up. Lift your sternum. Bring your shoulders on your back. Chin a little bit in and reach with the crown up. One breath here. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, high plank. Toes forward, knees on the floor. First low plank with our knees on the floor. Inhaling, cobra. When you're here, try to bring your shoulders on your back. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Inhale, step forward. Lengthen your spine. Exhaling, nose to knee. A little bend in your knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands before your heart. One more. Take a deep inhale to create length. Reach up. Exhale, bending from your hips with a straight back forward. Inhale, creating length in your spine. Exhale, high plank. Move your toes forward. Low plank at your choice. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. So also try to bring the weight towards your feet and engage your legs. Use your breath, your ujjayi breath or your yogi breath. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Inhale, circle your left arm up. And exhale all the way back. Inhale, circle it up. And exhale. One more. Inhale, coming up into your high lunge. So observe when you're in your high lunge, bring your tailbone in, bring your navel in and up. So create length here and reach up, keeping your shoulders relaxed. Maybe it's possible to bend your front knee a little bit more. Bring your hands before your heart. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower your left knee towards the floor. Inhale, coming up and push your heel back here. Exhale and try to move slow. Inhaling up, exhaling number 3. Inhaling up, exhaling number 4. Inhaling up, exhaling number 5. Now stay here, place your hands on your thigh. Take a deep inhale and exhale, send your hips forward. Try to keep your knee and ankle above each other. Try to keep your shoulders above your hips and your core is active. Feel the stretch here on the front of your left thigh, on the back of your right thigh. Keeping your hips even, take a deep inhale. And exhale, place your hands on the floor and walk and send your hips back. See if you can straighten your front leg and push your heels into the floor. Inhale to create length. Exhale, look down. Try also to keep your knee and your hip above each other. And push your heel into the floor. One more breath here. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, sending hips back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, sending hips back. One more. When we're here, maybe you want to add something different, maybe a challenge. It's about balance and a bind, 2 B's. So maybe you can bring your right arm a little bit under your thigh. Place your hands on your back, if that's possible. Keep pushing your heel into the floor. Bring your left arm also on your back and see if you can clasp your hands. And keep your balance. See if you can straighten your front leg, your right leg. Inhale here. And exhale, let go. Place your hands on the floor. Return to a low lunge or a low lunge with knee on the floor. Push your left toes into the floor and lift up your right leg in a 3-legged dog. Keep pushing yourself backwards. Open your hip and bend your knee. Keep pressing in both hands so nothing changes at the front of your downward facing dog. And maybe you look under your arm and your leg and maybe you can see your foot. One more breath. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And exhale, place it on the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Your low lunge on your left side. Inhale, start to circle your left arm up. And exhaling. Inhale, circle it up. Exhale. Inhale, now rise up into your high lunge. And observe your high lunge. Is your core in? Reach. Try to elongate your spine here. So lengthen. Bring your hands before your heart. Now we're going to move slow. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee towards the floor. Inhaling, coming up and push your heel back. Exhaling for number 2. Oops. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, number 3. Inhaling up. Exhaling, number 4. Coming up and exhaling, number 5. Place your hands on your thigh, take a deep inhale. Exhale, sending hips forward. Couple of breaths here just to feel the stretch. And we give our body the time. Keep your breath steady and deep. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips backwards, hands on the floor, heel into the floor. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, look down towards the floor. So observe your Ardha Hanumasana. So try to keep your hips even here. So when you observe that your left hip is coming up, keep your hips even. And your knee is above your ankle, or your hips. Your hips and your knee are in one line. Sorry for that. Inhale, see if you can move forward. Exhale, move back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhaling forward. Exhale, back. Last time. Adem in. And exhale. Okay, now we're going for our double B, balance and bind. So push your heel into the floor. See if you can bring your left arm a little bit under. Keep your balance. And reach with your hands. So maybe you can clasp your fingers or your hands. Push your heel into the floor. Try to straighten your front leg. Don't forget to breathe. And then let go. Come back into your low lunge. Curl your right toes into the floor. And lift your left leg up. So find your three-legged dog. Push back. Open your hip and bend your knee. Keep pushing in both hands. Look under your armpits and maybe you can see your foot. One more breath. Inhale, return to your three-legged dog. Exhale, place your foot back on the floor so you are back in a normal downward facing dog. Bending the knees, inhaling high plank. Your choice of a low plank, broaden your collarbones here. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders on your back, and exhale. And keep your core engaged the whole time. And breathe. Bend your knees, inhale, step to the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, nose to knee. And inhale, it's chair pose. Bring the weight into your sitting bones. See if you can bring your thighs together. And tailbone in and navel in, and lift your heart. Bring your hands before your chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hook your left elbow over your right thigh. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you can twist a little bit more. Keep your knees even. Press into your hands. And maybe your hands are the same height as your heart. And breathe here. So try to keep your balance here. And we're going to step out with our left foot. But keep your hands in this shape. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, step with your left foot, a big step out. And try to keep your balance here. Place your left hand on the floor. Reach your right arm up. Inhaling, coming up in a high lunge twist. So make sure that your knee is pointing forward and try to open here. Inhaling, straighten both legs and bring your arms up and keep your twist. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Last one. And exhaling. Inhale for high lunge towards the front of your mat. Bring your hands before your heart and step to your warrior three. Level your hips here. See if you can straighten both legs. See if you can turn your left thigh in, your shoulders on your back, your heart forward. And then bending the knees a little bit, coming to Shiva squat. Try to bring your heel towards your buttocks. Hands before your heart. One more breath. Place your hands on the floor. Place your left toes into the floor. Lift your right leg up. So you are back in your three-legged dog. Open your hip and bend your knee. Now for the second time, maybe you want to tip over into your wild swing. Oop. Lift your hips up, open your chest, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, place both hands on the floor. Lift your right leg up back and breathe. Place both feet on the floor. And we're going to do the other side. Bending knees, inhale, step forward. Lengthen your spine. Exhaling, nose to knee. Keep your core engaged. Inhale for your chair pose. So again, chair pose. Where you bring the weight backwards and lift your heart. Tailbone in and navel in. Hands before your heart, inhaling here. Exhaling for your twist. So hook your right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Press your hands together. Inhale and then exhale. Maybe twist a little bit more. Keep your knees even here. Maybe your hands are the same height as your heart and your elbow is pointing up. Now keep your balance when you step with your right foot, a big step out. So you can lift your knee, push your heel back here. Bring your right hand on the floor, bring your left arm up. Keep your balance, inhale, coming up into a high lunge twist. Push your hands away from you, so lengthen through your fingertips. Inhale, straighten your legs, arms up, keep your twist. Exhaling. Inhaling, number two. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale for high lunge. And then bring your hands before your heart and step forward towards your warrior three. Level your hips. Oops. Level your hips. Keep pushing your heel away from you. Try to straighten both legs. And return towards your Shiva squat. Heel towards your buttocks. Hands before your heart. Place your hands on the floor. Step your right foot into the floor. Lift your left leg up. Open your hip. Bend your knee. And maybe you want to tip over into your wild swing. Lift your hips up. Open your chest. Reach up. Take a deep inhale, exhale, return with your left leg up. Find your downward facing dog with your leg up. Create length. Inhale here. Exhale, return to your normal downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to end this wave with a Vinyasa. So bend your knees, high plank, low plank. Keep your elbows close towards your ribs. Inhaling, heart forward, shoulders on your back. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And breathe here. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Inhale, now rise up into high lunge again. Take your time for your high lunge. Keeping your hips even here, core is active, so when your buttocks are sticking out, bring your tailbone in, navel in and up, and breathe. Make an arrow with your fingers, with your index fingers. And when you're ready, then inhale, step forward with your left knee forward. Coming to our Shiva dance, so make cactus arms, take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist your torso to the left. Inhaling, coming back. Exhaling towards the right. Bending both knees a little bit. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Now when you're here, step with your left foot a big step out and come in your twisted high lunge. Reach with your fingertips. Inhale, straighten legs, arms up. Exhale. Inhaling, number 2. Exhaling. Inhaling, number 3. Exhaling. Inhaling, number 4. Exhaling. Inhaling, number 5. And exhaling. Inhaling, high lunge. Hands before your heart. Step to your warrior 3. Maybe you can use your block. That's fine. Okay. Now place your hands on the floor. Bring your left knee on the outside of your right foot. And sit down. Make sure that there's enough space for both sitting bones. So we're sitting like this. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, hook your left elbow over your right knee. Other hand behind you, take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, return. Inhaling here. Exhale, take a bow towards the left. Inhaling, press up. Now when you're here, straighten your left leg and bring your right foot on the inside of your left thigh. Sit on both sitting bones. Create length in your spine and keep your foot active. Inhale, reach with your arms up and exhale. See if you can grab your foot, maybe trouser. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look down. Nog 1 keer. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. So keep your foot active. And try to keep your chest open. Two more breaths. And inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling. Now make your twist towards the left. Try to keep your foot active. Press with your right hand against your leg and see if you can open a little bit more. We're going to do our baby grasshopper. So place your right foot over your left leg. Maybe your foot can pointing forward or forward towards the side. Keep your hands next to your hips. And when we're going to bend our elbow, make sure that your elbow stays close towards your ribs. So not here, not to the outside, just backwards and close towards your ribs. Keep your core engaged when you lift up because it's make you lighter. And if it's possible to catch your foot on the outside, so where the little pinky toe is. Okay. When you're ready, see if you can lift up, engage your core, lift up. And keep your elbow close towards your ribs. So this is our baby grasshopper. And breathe, take a deep inhale. Exhale, let go, cross your ankles, take your downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up into high lunge. So observe your high lunge. Is your heel back? Is your core intact? Are your shoulders relaxed? Is your knee above your ankle? Point forward. And if it's possible, step forward with your right knee up. Make your cactus arms. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist your torso to the right. Inhaling, coming to the middle. Exhale, bend both knees a little bit and twist to the left. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, right. And when you are by the left, and step out with a big step, coming to your high lunge twist. Lengthen your fingertips. Make sure that your knee is pointing straight forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, number 2. Exhale, bend. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 5. Exhale. Inhaling, high lunge. Hands before your heart. Step to your warrior 3. And it's also possible to rest your hands on a block. If you want a little bit support. And maybe you can notice your alignment a little bit better and adjust. So try to straighten your legs, turn your right thigh in. Bend both knees and bring your right knee on the outside of your left foot. And sit down. Make sure that there's enough space for both sitting bones. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, hook your right elbow behind your left knee, other hand behind you. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Straight spine, shoulders above hips. Inhale. Exhale, return to the center. Take a bow towards the right. Inhale, lift up. Straighten right leg. Bring your foot on the inside of your right thigh. Make sure that both sitting bones are rooting down. Create length. Keep your foot active. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Take a deep inhale to lengthen. Exhale. And don't forget to breathe. So this is a preparation for our baby grasshopper. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, now make your twist. Place your left hand on the outside of your right thigh. And then start to twist towards the right. Cross your foot over your right leg and point it towards the side. Place your hand next to your hip and keep your elbows close towards your hip. Keep your core engaged, so pull your navel in and up and reach for the outside of your foot. Now on the inhale, see if you can lift up into your baby grasshopper. Breathe. And slowly sit your buttocks down, cross your ankles and take your downward facing dog. Okay, one vinyasa, inhaling for your high plank, exhaling low. Inhaling, up dog, exhaling, downward facing dog. And place your knees on the floor and take a child pose. A couple of breaths in your child pose. Observe what your mind is doing. So when you notice that you're somewhere else, another time, another place, bring your focus back towards your body. Feel the sensations in your body. Or observe your breath. But unite your body and your mind. Last couple of breaths. Maybe 2, maybe 3. And then when you're ready, return to your downward facing dog. So this is our last part of our flow today. Walk your hands towards your feet. Keep your core engaged, coming up with a straight back. And exhale. Bring the weight on your right foot. Lift your left knee up. Catch with your right hand your right ankle or your left ankle and place it over your right thigh. Keep your hips even, so don't lean into your right hip. Bring your left arm up, reach back and see if you can grab your upper arm. And open your chest and bring your shoulders on your back. Look straight forward. I will turn. Okay, bring your left arm up, place both hands on the floor and bend your knees if you need to bend your knees. Walk forward towards the downward facing dog, but keep your legs in the figure 4. So press back into your figure 4, sitting bones up. Bring the weight on your left hand for a side plank on the left, but keep your legs in the figure 4. Now see if you can extend your left leg. 1, 2, and 3. Coming back into your one-legged dog. Place your foot between your hands. Turn your back foot parallel. Inhale, windmill your hands and take your warrior 2. So observe your warrior 2. If you look down towards the floor, and you draw a line from your heel towards your ankle. Keep your right hip open, knees pointing straight forward, as is your toes. Keep your core in, your shoulders are relaxed, and reach through your fingertips, looking over your left hand. Inhale, straighten and reach up. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more. Inhale, straighten. Place your hands on your back leg and looking towards your left hand palm. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, start to reach towards the front and hinge. Open your right hip and bring your right arm up. And when you're in your Trikonasana, in your triangle, lean a little bit back and open your right hip towards the outside. And see if you can turn your left hip more towards the inside. So your hips are in one above each other. Keep a little bend in your knee and inhale, coming back in Warrior Two. Now turn your front foot a little bit in and start to bring the weight on your left foot. Lean with your elbow on your left thigh. Now when you're here, push your sitting bones back. And then when you push your sitting bones back, try to lengthen your spine and bring both arms to the right. So imagine you're a skater. Inhaling, move to the right. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more. And when you are at the front of your mat, come into your low lunge. Step back in downward facing dog. When you're in your downward facing dog, bending the knees for your high plank. Hold your high plank, push into the floor. Bending the knees, return. Walk back with your hands towards your feet. Keep your core engaged, swing your arms up. And exhale. This time we're going to bring our weight into our left foot and lift your right knee up. Catch with your left hand your right ankle and place it over your left thigh. So keep your hips even, keep your core engaged and reach your right arm up. And see if you can grab with your right hand your left upper arm. Open your chest and your shoulders. Look straight forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to bow and bring both hands towards the floor. And maybe you have to bend your knees. Now walk forward towards your downward facing dog. Keep your legs in your figure four. And push back. Bring the weight on your right side for your side plank on the right, but keep your legs still in a figure four. Maybe you can extend your right leg, tip it on the floor, lift it up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Return to your three-legged dog. And place your foot back on the floor. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Turn your left foot parallel with the floor. Windmill your hands and take your Warrior Two. This time over your right side. So take your time for your alignments. Maybe it's possible to bend your knee a little bit more. Inhale, straighten. Reach up, create length. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, straighten your front leg, looking towards your right hand palm. Inhale, return to the middle. Exhale, start to reach, reach, reach. And then hinge, place your hands on the inside of your right leg. Open your left hip and reach your left arm up. So don't forget to lean a little bit back into your imaginary wall. Keep a little bend in your knees, don't lock your knees. Inhale, coming up to warrior two. Turn your right foot a little bit in. Prepare yourself for your skater pose. So place your right elbow on your right thigh. Start to push your sitting bones back and create a long, tall spine. Now bring both arms up, off towards the side. Inhaling, moving to the left and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Now when you're here, move towards your low lunge towards the front. Step back in downward facing dog. Make your vinyasa. High plank, low plank, and broaden your collarbones here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Couple of breaths in downward facing dog. And place your knees on the floor. And your toes are into the floor and your heels are up. Come into your camel pose. But first set up your camel pose so your knees are hip width. Place your hands into your lower back. If you have sensitive knees, then roll up your mat and place it under your knees, or take a blanket or something soft. Start to push your hips forward and focus on your heart. Try to bring your heart all the way up and then lean back. Looking up, and maybe you stay here, that's fine. Or right heel, right hand, left heel, left hand. Start to bring your hips forward, chest all the way up, maybe chin to chest, or let your head hang. Inhale, use your core to come all the way up and sit on your heels for a moment. Two or three breaths here. Feel your spine, feel the sensations in your body and observe your breath. It's a lot to notice, I know, so one breath more. And then come on your knees again. We're doing again our camel pose. Maybe with your toes into the floor, or maybe with your feet flat on the floor. Press into your hips, bring them forward. Focus on your chest, bring it up, lean back, look up. Right hand, right heel, left hand, left heel. Pushing hips forward, chest all the way up. Let your head hang if that's okay, and breathe. Inhale, coming up, using your core, and exhale. This time we're going to bring our knees together, bring our feet together. Make sure that all your 10 toes are into the floor, even your little pinky toes. And then sit on your toes. So your shoulders are above your hips, your core is in, don't arch your lower back. Bring your hands before your heart and try to stay here for 10 breaths. If it's a little bit too much, then move out of your pose. Maybe in a tabletop. Okay, just breathe calm and deep. 6 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling and exhaling. Come on hands and feet or hands and knees and free your toes. Maybe you want to pat your toes into the floor. So bring the blood circulation again. Okay. Bring your toes back into the floor and push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, place your knee on the outside of your right wrist. If it's possible, maybe you can walk your foot a little bit more parallel, or walk your leg, your shin, more parallel with the short side of your mat. And keep your foot flexed. So if this is very difficult, then bring your foot more towards your groin. Walk your left knee all the way back and keep your toes in line with your leg. Walk your hands closer by, open your chest and bring your shoulders on your back. If you have a big gap under your right buttock, you can place a book or your block underneath it. So stay here. Now the weight of your torso is resting on your hips. And it intensifies the stretch in your hips and in your hip area. Take a deep inhale and exhale. We're going to lower, coming on our elbows, but try not to drop your weight all the way forward. Try to keep the weight also backwards, so into your sitting bones. So first on your elbows. Feel how that is how it is. Is that okay? Then stay in your elbows. If you are able and if you want more, you can come all the way down on your belly. But don't force yourself into a pose. Stay where you are comfortable, where you feel a stretch, where you are comfortable. Two more breaths here. Last one. Walk your hands closer by. Place your hand shoulder distance and spread your fingers. Push your toes into the floor. Lift your leg up and step back to downward facing dog. Maybe you want to shake your right leg a little bit or do some other movements. Maybe walk your dog. Lift your left leg up. Bring your knee on the outside of your left wrist. Walk with your foot, maybe towards the front of your mat. Keep your foot flexed. Walk your right leg back, your right knee. Everything in the same line. Place your hands close by and observe first your sitting position. Is your chest forward, your shoulders on your back? Your hips are even here. And maybe a block or something soft under your left buttock. Keep your foot flexed here. Feel the weight. Feel your body. And then softly on your elbows, don't dump your weight forward. Keep the weight also into your hips. And maybe you want to stay here. Or maybe you want to go a little bit further. As long as you keep your breath calm and deep. And you are comfortable in your pose. It's a big hip opener. 2 breaths more. Walk your hands closer by. Place them shoulder distance. Spread your fingers. Right toes into the floor. Lift up and return to downward facing dog. One last vinyasa if you want to. Coming to your high plank. Lower yourself to your low plank. Inhaling all the way up to upward facing dog. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Walk your feet towards the half of your mats. Sit down on your buttocks and roll on your back. First right knee towards your chest, then your left knee. Place your hands around your shin and maybe sway from left to right, giving your lower back a massage. A short happy baby. Grabbing maybe the outside of your feet, so where your little pinky toes are. If that is not available, then grab your thighs or your ankles. Try to bring your knees towards your armpits, and then also observe if your head is resting on the floor. Your face is soft and your shoulders are relaxed. Try to create length in your spine. One more breath. And keep your right knee by your chest, straighten your left leg and place your left leg on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, your knee is going to the left, looking over your right shoulder in your twist. You can place your hands on your thigh, on the top of your thigh. You can close your eyes if you want to. Inhale, return, straighten your right leg over the floor. Bring your left knee first in. Inhale. Exhale, your knee is going to the right, looking over left shoulder. So always try to keep your shoulders on the floor. And try to stay relaxed in your twist. And inhale, return. We're going to close our practice. As always, cross your ankles, wrap your hands around your shin, give yourself a tight squeeze. And maybe you want to bring your nose towards your knees, make yourself a small little ball. Place your head back on the floor. Straighten your legs, point your toes, bring your arms alongside your ears and make with your index fingers an arrow. Inhale to create length. Exhale to let go. Nog één keer, one more. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Maybe put on something warm. Maybe you're fine. Maybe you want to place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. And relax completely. So maybe shake a little bit with your body. Your face. Make strange faces. So everything is relaxed. And then start your Savasana with 2 cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, tension. Inhale through your nose. And exhale things you don't need anymore. And enjoy your Savasana, maybe for 5 minutes, maybe for 10, or as long as you need it. And I'm going to close our practice. I want to thank you for sharing. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and maybe I'll see you next time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing. Namaste.